Welcome back. Donald Trump enjoying his early lead, giving helicopter rides to children at the Iowa State Fair. But a new survey says roughly 6 in 10 Republican insiders in the early states say that Trump simply can't win in Iowa and New Hampshire. Joining us now to react is Fox News contributor and editor of the National Review is Rich Lowry. Rich, nice to see you this morning.
How you doing?
So specifically, we're talking about this Politico caucus where they interviewed strategists and activists in Washington and in these early voting states, and they simply say that he doesn't have the organization and he can't push the ball over the goal line in early voting states. What do you think about that?
Yeah, pretty much all the insiders believe this. Now, you should take it with a grain of salt because none of the insiders would have predicted this Trump surge to begin with. But they believe he will be, and I tend to believe he'll be worn down over time by his various vulnerabilities. And you look at Iowa. Look at the guys who've won Iowa the last 2 times around. Rick Santorum, Mike Huckabee, really deeply religious social conservatives who are a good fit for that state. You don't see Trump lining up so much that way in Iowa.
We've seen a lot of people this morning on social media and on our Facebook page responding that while they enjoy watching Trump and they think that he's got a lot to say, they want to hear more specifics from him. So when strategists conclude that he can't win in these early states, what are they pointing to specifically? Is it that perhaps a lack of organization in these early voting states, on the ground, retail politics, door to door?
Right. Both Iowa and New Hampshire, voters want to meet you and touch you and see you, often multiple times. So does Trump really have the patience to do that?
Town hall meetings. We saw what Santorum did. Every county, town hall meetings ad nauseum.
Right. Santorum just got in his truck and drove to 99 counties and met with people at all these pizza restaurants.
Right.
You know, maybe just a handful, half a dozen people at a time. Is Trump going to do that? It seems unlikely. But look, he is the only candidate on the Republican side in this whole process so far that's actually captured people's imaginations. He's hugely entertaining. It's hard to compete with free helicopter rides for the kids at the Iowa State Fair. So at the moment, that really has him at the top. And he certainly has an intense fan base. And I thought the Fox poll was very interesting on this. Trump's still at the top, but you ask people who won the debate, he did the worst on that measure. People thought he did the worst in the debate, but he has Republicans did, but he has this intense following that hasn't been shaken yet.
And you kind of took that point to task in your latest column, which I would encourage our viewers to read this morning. You call it the phenomenal incoherence of Donald Trump. That what he was saying during the debate brought vehemence, and he had a lot of, a lot of energy. But when you got into the specifics, and you nailed him in this piece, saying there weren't a lot of specifics, and he seems to kind of contradict himself in the same sentences.
Yeah, once you get past the fact that he's entertaining, and past the fact that he speaks with such amazing forcefulness, and then listen to what he's saying, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Look at his signature issue of immigration. When he's tried to set out a little bit more specifically what he believes, he seems to think we're going to deport every illegal immigrant, 11, 12 million people, and then instantly bring them right back into the country so they can continue to do the jobs they're doing now. That doesn't make any sense. If you're actually going to deport them all, they should stay deported. Or if you're going to legalize them all, you don't need to deport them before legalizing them. So these are the kind of things that no one pays much attention to it now. No one cares much because he's such a lightning rod and he's so much fun. But over time, if he continues to be so inconsistent and incoherent, you have to believe it'll hurt him.
Well, our viewers this morning saying they'd like more specifics from him on our Facebook poll this morning. So, Rich, great to see you this morning.
Thanks so much for having me.
Discussion.